Dear children, I hope you all are well. Children, this is video number 2 for English language, and we will study about change of voice, that is from active voice to passive voice, from chapter number 1 of your Total English book. So, open your books at chapter number 1 and let's do it together. Children, first important thing to note is that we follow some rules when we change the voice from active to passive. But what does it mean? What does this voice mean? Children, the voice of the verb indicates actually whether its subject is the doer or the receiver of the action. For example, here are two sentences. Sumit repaired the car. In this sentence, Sumit is the subject and repaired the car is the object. Here, Sumit is the subject because he is the doer over here, and the subject here, the car, is the receiver of the action. So in two sentences, although they mean the same, Sumit repaired the car, but the subject here is the doer, whereas in the second case, the car is the receiver of the action. So that is how the active and the active subject we have in the active voice, whereas the passive subject, where the subject goes to the end of the sentence, it becomes passive. So that changes the voice of the sentence from active to passive. Children, while changing these voices from active to passive, we actually follow certain rules. What are the rules that we follow? Children, first rule that I have told you just now, just remember this rule, that the subject and the object, they interchange their places. Second thing, children, we always check the tense of the sentence. For example, here Sumit repaired the car. Repaired is past tense. So obviously this sentence is past tense sentence. Okay. Third thing, children, when you are converting active voice sentence to the passive voice sentence, always check for or change the verb into the past participle. So repaired, obviously repaired is the past tense, but the past participle for repaired is also repaired only. So these three things. First thing I told you is change of or conversion of subject to object and object to subject. This is important. Second thing of importance is you check the tense of the sentence, like here it is repaired. So while converting, we have used here was, past tense, was repaired. Third important point is, children, while changing from active to passive, you have to write the past participle of the verb in the sentence. So keep these three things in mind. Now, children, let's go through the page. Children, here you have a column given here on the page where the uses of this passive voice is given. Now, children, where do we use passive voice? Children, passive voice usually is used when we eliminate the mention of the agent. Okay, so Ravi was found sleeping. So eliminating the mention of the agent to give emphasis to the recipient of the action. English is spoken where? All over the world. To make an impersonal statement. Impersonal when you are not personal. So it is said. No one is mentioned here, no person is mentioned, no subject is mentioned. To describe a process, first the milk is boiled. So like in this, we don't use active voice, we can use the passive voice. To define something, a word is used to describe an action is called a verb. To narrate an incident or an event, like a man was stopped by the police. To describe historical and social incidents, for example, the first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens. So, second example or two more examples you can take from this page, children. Coming to the next sentence, children. To make requests and invitations. You are requested to address the gathering. To warn, advise or suggest something like plastic carry bags should be banned. To write a notice like an exhibition of handicrafts will be held in hall number 15. Then to make announcements like the train to Amritsar has been displayed by an hour. To classify, sources of energy can be classified into two groups. Like this, we use the passive voice. Now, children, very importantly, let's go through this column given here, where just with the use of one sentence, all these tenses and change of active voice to passive voice is very clearly explained. Let's go through these, children. Number one is simple present tense. He plants a tree. Children, I told you we follow always three rules. Specifically, we will follow three rules. First rule, he plants a tree. He will, if you are going to change active voice to passive voice, he will become your object. He will become your object here, and your tree, a tree which is the object, will be changed into subject. So obviously he and a tree will interchange their place. So a tree, that is the beginning of the sentence, a subject. Plants, that is the what is the tense of it? Simple present. So obviously it will take is. Now third rule I told you is that plants verb will change to past participle. So how is our answer? What is our answer? A tree, that is the beginning, is because present tense, planted because past participle, he will change to by him, the doer will come in the end, he will become passive. Simple past in the same way, he planted a tree. A tree was planted by him. Present continuous. Present continuous tells us that the action is in continuity. So how are we going to write? He is planting a tree, or they are planting a tree. So how is it changed? Children, it will change to is or are being planted. Okay, remember this. In ing of a continuity, it takes being in passive voice. Then perfect tense children, we use the verb has and have. Now for has and have, they take been in passive voice. So same rule is applied here. So have been or has been planted. Planted is past participle. Past continuous, was, were, planting. Children, was and were, again planting, ing continuity, so it will take being. So was, were, being planted. Planted is the past participle. Had, past perfect tense. Had also along with has and have. Had is also perfect. It will also take had been. Then simple future, shall and will. Now children, shall, will, or even the modals, no, can, so they take be. So shall be, will be planted. Usually when from active it is changed, we use it as will be planted. Conditional sentences like would plant, they will take would be planted. Perfect conditional sentences would have planted because have is there. So have perfect, it will take been. Okay. Infinite like with to, is or was present or past. To plant, they will take is or was to be planted. Ing forms planting, having planted, so they take been again. So being or having planted. Look at the next page children. We have more conversions from active voice to passive voice. So many examples are given here with the rules. Children, first rule is if your transitive verb has two objects, like here, I taught her cooking. Her and cooking, we have two objects. You can write passive with any of the beginnings. So she was taught cooking by me, or maybe starting with cooking. Cooking was taught by her by me. To her by me. Now when we have prepositional verbs, children, remember to take the preposition along with when you are changing or converting active to passive. So they laughed at a poor man was laughed at by them. Now when we change auxiliary verbs from active to passive voice, add be. How? Like Mona can. So this some can be. Okay, so it takes be. Now when we have imperative sentences, children, very important thing to note, whenever you have imperative sentences, either we use let be, okay, if the sentence has to remain imperative only. If you are changing the sentence from imperative, then you can use should be also, like close the window, let the window be closed, or respect your elders. You are not, if you don't want it to be imperative, you can use your elders should be respected. Love the animals should be loved. Now children, when intransitive verbs are used, the change of imperative sentences into passive voice is carried out in this manner. See, do it just now. You are ordered to do it just now. When transitive verbs give the passive sense, they are called the quasi-passive voice. Okay, like here, these two sentences are very important. You should go through them properly. Sugar tastes sweet. So how can we convert it? Sugar is sweet when tasted. These are called quasi-passive. Okay, false passives. The cloth feels rough. The cloth is rough when it is felt. Now children, the continuous forms, mostly in the continuous forms, passive continuous is considered with the continuity rather than the completed state of an action. For example, the laborers are cutting the grass. Okay, the laborers are cutting the grass. Now children, in this sentence, the grass is being cut by the laborers. That is how we will convert. See the next sentence on next page. In case of interrogative sentences, children, these again are very important conversions which you should remember. Here see first example, do you stitch the shirt? Children, do changes to is. Remember, do changes to is. So do you stitch the shirt? Do will change to is, and rest of the sentence will change from active to passive with all again those three rules that I told you. You will become it will become your object, the shirt will become the subject, and stitch will change to past participle. So is the shirt stitched by you? Because it is interrogative, you will put the question mark. Did changes to was, and rest of the sentence again will follow the three rules of active and passive, and will take the conversion. The puzzle in the beginning, so was the puzzle solved, will take past participle, solved. They will change to by them, and it's a question mark. Have they, now have will convert into has or have only according to the sentence. So have they done their homework? Has the homework, it will take has now. Has the homework been done by them? They will be converted to the object now, so with the question mark. Now children, when we have the impersonal uses, how do we write? Impersonal uses when we don't have the subjects, or maybe, so how do we use? It is hoped that, or people hope that. It is said that. Residents say that. It is believed that. The patients believe that, or the doctors believe that, according to the meaning of the sentence. Now, how or where to avoid using vague words as subjects, children? Now here see, the passive voice is used when we wish to avoid using vague words. How? Like I was blamed for his actions. Okay, blamed by someone, by whom you don't want to say, so I was blamed for his actions. Or passive voice is used when the subject is an indefinite pronoun like one. So how? The form has to be signed. So we are not indicating who will sign the form, but has to be signed. Passive voice is also used in notices. This you might have noticed, or seen written somewhere, like loans arranged, shoes repaired, or entry prohibited. Now